Thank you. Good morning. Today is Wednesday, October 13th at 10 a.m. This is the meeting of the Streets, Traffic and Refuse Committee. The meeting is called to order. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Alderman Boyd.
Present.
Alderman Vaccaro.
Present.
Alderwoman Boyd.
Present.
Alderman Bosley. Alderwoman Martin. Alderwoman Schweitzer.
Present.
Alderwoman Peel. Chairwoman Tyus.
Present.
Alderman Bosley. Alderwoman Martin. Alderwoman Peel.
Did you say Alderman Bosley again? I did say present. My apologies.
Thank you. 6 present, you have quorum.
Thank you, Madam Chair. At this point, I'd entertain a motion to approve the minutes of Wednesday, October 6th.
I move to approve minutes dated Wednesday, October 6th.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Alderman Boyd.
Aye.
Alderman Vaccaro.
Aye.
Alderwoman Boyd.
Aye.
Alderman Bosley.
Aye.
Alderwoman Martin. Alderwoman Schweitzer.
Aye.
Alderwoman Peel.
Aye.
Chairwoman Tyus.
Aye.
7 aye votes.
By your vote, you sustain the motion. Again, we were going to hear a board bill, but with some problems. Mr. Former Chair of Streets, I'd like to have after this meeting, I want to have a conversation with you about what we're doing over there, because you were the chair before me. So I want to just follow up on some things you were doing. So I'm going to call you after the meeting. We have with us before us some members of the street department and towing. And also we have members of the audit, a team from the comptroller's office. I did get a reply back from the audit team saying that they had met with the towing department and people in the street department, and they had come to some I guess some kind of resolution or conclusion about some differences they were having regarding how time was paid to those people who work on holidays. And so Mr. Bell asked to come back and give us a brief report. And so that's what we're going to do. So, and then we're going to, if the street department has any reply, we're going to let them do that. Mr. Bell, who's here? Mr. Hassan, anybody else here? Mr. Fletcher, are those the 3 people here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Bell, Mr. Hassan, and Mr. Fletcher, we're going to swear you in all at the same time, okay? Do you, Mr. Bell, Mr. Hassan, and Mr. Fletcher affirm that the testimony you're about to give before the Streets Committee is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I affirm.
Affirm.
Thank you. Okay, so that we can just get it out of the way. Mr. Flake, who is here with you? Is it just you?
No, it's myself, Kent Flake, Jamie Wilson, Beth Ernie Williams, and Ed Young.
Miss Williams, if you're going to get testimony, I'm going to need you to show your face. If you're not, that's okay. You don't have to have the camera on. Mr. Flake, do you anticipate anybody besides yourself giving testimony in relationship to what the auditors are going to have to say?
I do not, just myself.
Okay, if you raise your hand. Do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? The testimony that you're about to give before the Streets Committee is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I affirm.
Thank you. Okay, we're going to start with Mr. Bell. You did reach out to me and say that you had some kind of meetings and you had met with the street department. Is that correct?
That is correct, Alderwoman Tyus.
Okay.
Our internal audit department did meet with the street department, and we also went back out to the field and looked at some additional records. And we have determined the following based upon our additional follow-up, that the condition noted regarding the compensation of overtime for employees who are scheduled off is correct. The street department did agree with us on that finding. However, we did agree that adjustments to the wording in the report regarding all employees who work will be revised. And the table that we've had in the initial report will be adjusted to reflect the associated costs with the condition for employees who are only scheduled off. So we will be making these adjustments and issuing a revised report to reflect that meeting.
Okay, so I wrote down conditions noted on overtime is correct. The street department agreed, but you were going to, and I didn't get the second part. What were you going to
Well,
change?
one of the changes, and we agree with Mr. Flake, was that in reference to that second bullet where it says all employees who work.
Okay,
So that it was the wording that needed to be adjusted there. And the criteria is really just with employees who are scheduled off. So
okay,
we are going to revise the report to remove that statement. And then we will reflect the adjustment in the cost tables to show in reference to the costs associated with employees who are scheduled off only.
okay. So you will put something in writing and will we get a copy?
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
How long will that take?
We're estimating with the project load we have now within 2 weeks.
Okay. Is there anyone else that wants to testify regarding this situation? Mr. Hassan or Mr. Fletcher?
I agree with my audit manager.
Mr. Fletcher? Anything
I
further?
agree, and nothing further.
All right, Mr. Flake, you just heard Mr. Bell testify. Do you agree with his testimony or is there anything you would like to add to that? That means I can't hear you.
I agree at this time, but I will wait to, I will wait to see the actual new table and reserve judgment until then.
Okay. Trust everybody, but brand all your cows, okay? So you agree with the verbal statement, but you want to see it in writing,
Yes.
okay? Okay, is there, Ms. Williams, do you have anything you want to add or anybody else there with the street department who have anything they want to add?
Everybody says they're good.
Okay, is there anybody on the committee that has questions about this? Anyone on the committee has any questions? Seeing none, this is resolved. Sorry that I had to bring you in on a meeting that was so short, but we did anticipate we were going to have another bill and it just didn't. We were going to have a committee substitute. Part of it, nobody could open up and couldn't read. And then part of it was wrong. And so there is a rule passed by Alderman from the 22nd that you have to have a committee substitute 24 hours before. We didn't have that. And so it was too difficult to try to do amendments to this bill because it was too big. So we just pushed it back a week and we will have it, and anybody else's bills we will have. And so at this point, I'd entertain a motion that we adjourn.
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second that we adjourn. All in favor? Aye.
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 Opposed? Okay, at this point, we are adjourned. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate it.